Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is what to do when there's no light at the end of the tunnel. What happens when you're trying to go forward? You've got these things you want to manifest in your life. You have this desire to be doing something more fulfilling, and you have no idea of the path out in front of you. It could be like you're going through a tunnel and there doesn't seem to be a light. More often it feels like you're driving in fog and you're just trusting that there's a road up ahead, that you're not going to go off into a rut or something. How do you keep going forward? What do you do about that? And if you're operating as consciousness, shouldn't you know all of this already? Because as consciousness, you are an infinite being and you know all, and you're creating this down to the smallest detail while you're creating the darkness or the fog or whatever. Here's the thing. There are often times in life where you can't see the next indicated step. You just got to take the next indicated step. You can't see what's beyond the next horizon. And the way I've seen it is that you, as your expanded self, aren't communicating to your current self what's up ahead. And it's not because you're disconnected or that you're out of touch or that you're even off track. Sometimes you just need to be right in the present moment, taking the next indicated step to get you to wherever you're ultimately supposed to get to. Sometimes that looks like you're spinning your wheels. Sometimes that looks like you're engaged in some kind of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again without any clear results. But when you look back on it, you can see the bigger picture. I knew someone who had been unemployed for like a couple of years, and their actions seemed kind of insane. They were just sitting there sending out resumes to the same kind of jobs. Their resumes were going out in a sea of resumes. They were just kind of passively expecting someone to notice them and hire them. They weren't taking all the actions that they should have been taken if they were really serious about getting work. What unfolded during that time was that their parent got sick, and they were able to step in and take some heroic action to help give that parent a quality of life and a passing that was immense. It was a bigger unfolding than they could have imagined. They were needed in this moment to do this thing, and they would not have been available had they gotten their high-powered job and been involved in their commute in their life. I know someone else who was unemployed and having to keep applying for work, and the most embarrassing thing for them was they kept having to show up at the unemployment office and collect their unemployment, and they were in the same lines, the queues, with people who had been their employees. And yet their divine guidance was to keep doing that. And what unfolded instead, while all that experience went on, was a higher calling, was creating a spiritual community. They had no indication that was their next step on their path. Sometimes to get to our bigger calling, we have to do the next indicated step, going out, knowing that it's a benevolent universe, and the next step is taking you forward. So the bigger reason that you may not know what's up ahead is if you did know what's up ahead, you would try to quantum leap over there and you would miss your preparatory steps. You would miss the actual opportunity that's there. You would be steering from your body, personality, expectations, and assumptions. When you do that, it's really like driving through the world like this. You're only accessing this current level of information and this current perception. In fact, when you try to manifest and you're manifesting from this perspective, you only get this kind of manifestation. There's always a piece missing. There's a ironic twist to your manifestations. You get the person who looks right but isn't right on the inside. You get the job that looks perfect and you get burned out because it doesn't actually give you the quality of life that you're truly seeking. It may seem cliche that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, but really that's what life is. Life is a road trip. It's the experience of creating, and as consciousness, everything that you create is fun and part of the manifestation. Consciousness is just here to create. There's not the same kind of ethics as consciousness in what's being produced out into the world. It's just all about experiencing it. It doesn't care if it's getting there on a motorcycle or if it's getting there in a Humvee, or it's taking the bus or the train, or it's flying, or it's skydiving, or whatever. As consciousness, you just love being here. So sometimes you're slowed down because you're meant to enjoy the ride. So if you feel like you're stuck in a fog bank, or you just feel like you're wandering without direction, or you're a little bit fearful that you're in the dark and if there is a light at the end of the tunnel, it's going to be a train, take a deep breath. Just do the next indicated thing. Enjoy the moment. And actually, in enjoying the moment and appreciating the moment, it opens you up to the next big thing that's happening. If you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. You can also sign up below to get them in your inbox. If you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com, and there you can find all my different offerings. I put out a free newsletter and e-zine. I also put out these videos a couple times a week. I do a free radio show and podcast. I do meetups around the Puget Sound in Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, University Place, Lakewood, and Olympia. And if you want to go deeper into these techniques about consciousness and learn how to navigate your life and create these profound results that are bigger than you could imagine, go to joan-newcomb.com and look at my coaching programs. So go to joan-newcomb.com, and I will see you in another couple days with another Mystic Minute.